So then the next question was, would you consider a business that offers both energy healing and psychic readings to have less value, i.e., watered down, than if it just focused on one discipline? And I would say absolutely not. When it comes to clairvoyant readings, energy healing, remote viewing, any of the disciplines of what I would call in the falling under the category of the psychic and healing arts, these all complement each other beautifully. I don't look at these as separate things. I look at them as different tools within a one overriding discipline. And sometimes what a client needs is to have intellectual information that's going to appeal to their intellectual mind, that they're going to be able to use and process to shift the way they think and to make decisions and to overcome, to change their behaviors. And so sometimes a clairvoyant reading is needed. Other times we have, let's say, foreign energy in our auras, and I know some people don't like the term aura, so our energy fields around us, there's shifting that needs to happen energetically, and it's not so much part of our minds that has to shift, but it's in our fields or in different parts of our bodies. So it's just like some people go for therapy and some people go for acupuncture, some people go for massage. These are all different therapies that may address actually the very same issue. So wouldn't it be nice if somebody, let's say 1 week they need a massage, 1 week they need acupuncture, 1 week they need a clairvoyant reading? Wouldn't it be great if one person could offer all of that? Now, because some of these disciplines are so involved, acupuncture takes a number of years. Just the licensing requirements alone demand that it takes a number of years, and there's so much to learn. Even with massage, that it's a huge commitment to get your massage license. Becoming a clairvoyant reader, that takes a long time. So I'm not suggesting with these examples that you go out and learn all of those. But for somebody who's been training for a while and has had several different types of energy healing classes and has some different styles of reading that they do, there's no reason you can't offer all of these, because these are all helpful things that really are compatible. And it's actually going to, it would be one thing if you were having so many clients wanting clairvoyant readings that you just didn't have time to focus on the healing work. But the truth of the matter is, and I say this with a little trepidation because I don't want to put limits on anybody's idea of how successful they can be. And I'm speaking from, even though I've now had hundreds or thousands even of clients and students and many years of experience, I would say that my own experience is limited because, again, I was someone who didn't have a big budget to get started. I've very rarely ever spent money on promotional work. I've barely ever put ads out there or anything like that. So, if you're somebody who actually has an advertising budget, you may have a very different experience. But there's something that an older couple who did tarot card readings once told me, and they said, in this business, the only way you're going to be able to support yourself is if you have many different things going on at once. So you offer sessions to people, you have classes going, you have some products like your books or audio meditations, or if you're an artist, you have artwork. One really nice thing to be able to offer for any intuitive who's also does art is where you can actually do readings for people and do drawings or paintings of the person, incorporating what comes through in the reading or at the time that you're drawing for the person, and then you can actually send them the drawings, so you don't have to just do this in person, but you can, have people call you or email you, and then you do a wonderful piece of artwork for them and then send it to them. And that's a great option for those of you who are fortunate enough to have artistic abilities in that area. And in fact, I would say really any psychic is going to benefit from taking as many art classes and drawing classes as possible, particularly if you do remote viewing, again, where you're describing where things are hidden or buried, or helping to find missing people or missing objects. The more you can draw, the better your drawing skills are, the better sessions you're going to be able to turn in. And I believe that that's even true when you're doing readings on people. So definitely, if you've been thinking about wanting to take some art classes but just thought that was something frivolous to do, when it comes to psychic work, the two go really nicely together. So what was I talking about here? Okay, so you really, there is no reason to just say, I am just an energy healer or I'm just a clairvoyant reader. I've never seen any evidence that that's solely what one person should do. So to sum this discussion up about starting your own psychic or healing related business, ultimately what it comes down to is, what are you most interested in? What do you enjoy doing? Who do you like to work with? Who do you want to work with? What types of people, what types of clients do you want? It's your business. So that's the cool thing about it being your business. You set your hours. You set the hours that work for you. You decide, how many clients do I want to see a week? In what way do I want to work with them? In what way do I like to work with people? How much time do I want to spend on one aspect of my business versus another? So you design your business around what your interests are and what your needs are, and you set your boundaries to protect and to ensure that that's what's going to happen. Now, this is a very different approach than people who are sitting there saying, well, what's going to be most successful and what do people want and what's going to make it so I'm most accessible to people. It's very, very different approach. But what I can tell you is that the approach I'm suggesting is the one that you're going to be most happy with, that you're going to ultimately be able to live with, and that will ultimately bring in the most success for you. Because really, when it comes to doing psychic work, even if you say, I want to have 20 clients this week because I want to make a whole bunch of money, if you're not up for it, if you're really not feeling deep down that you want to work that much and that you're capable of handling so much energy from so many people, if your body is feeling tired or depleted, or you're just nervous about even being able to do a good job, you won't attract the people. They won't be there. But if you say, you know what, I really feel super comfortable with working with 3 people a week, and I know I could really give them the most of my time and attention, and that feels really good to me, and you keep it within the realm of what works for you, you will very likely start to find very soon that you do start to attract that number of people a week. And ultimately, you really have to decide who you want to work with, because there's a difference if you put your chair and umbrella out on the boardwalk and say, I'm going to do readings out here. There's a certain group of people that are going to come to you. A lot of those people are not going to be super serious about their own personal growth. A few of the people maybe that come to you, but a lot of people are just going to look at it as something fun to do, to get a reading, which getting readings are fun, so there's nothing wrong with that. But there's a lot of people who really don't understand how this works. You're going to find there's some people who are just out there to play test the psychic, which some psychics are fine with, some are not. So you have to decide, am I open to reading anyone? Do I want to work with just people who are seriously, on a path of enlightenment and actualizing themselves. And really what I found is once you get real clear about that, again, it's not about, well, who should I work with? Who's going to like yield the most money? It's who am I going to enjoy working with? And you will find as soon as you say that, and as soon as you say, I will not work with this group of people, then you'll find a different group of people coming to you. That's also where setting your prices makes a difference, because if you have your prices real low, affordable for anybody off the street, then that's often who you're going to get. If you have your prices up there, people who are really interested in actualizing themselves and serious about getting the information to enhance their own lives, they're often more willing to pay more than somebody who has just seen this as like a joke or something fun to do. On the other hand, there's plenty of people who very much want nothing more in life than to improve themselves and improve their lives, but are struggling financially. So I am in no way suggesting, that people who feel like they can't afford to pay $150 for a reading are, any less actualized or committed to their own actualization. It's just, again, when you have your prices up there a little bit more, you tend to get people who are more serious. And that's what I found when I raised my prices. But that's why I also, if someone writes to me and they say, I really want a reading, but I'm really pretty broke right now, can you give me a discount? I'm just about always willing to do that. So I think that's all for now for this discussion. These are just a few of the topics that we talk about in my advanced class, but I did want to share this since I know a lot of you who are on the path of moving from psychic or healing student to professional practitioner are really ready to get started and have already had years of classes and don't really feel like they need any more. So I'm happy to, if I was able to offer any helpful advice today. And if anyone would like to get in touch with me, they can do so by checking out my website at Debra Katz, DebraKatz.com, or you can email me at debrakatz@yahoo.com. Check out one of my books, You Are Psychic, The Art of Clairvoyant Reading and Healing, Extraordinary Psychic, Proven Techniques to Master Your Natural Psychic Abilities, and Freeing the Genie Within. Thank you very much. Good night.